I'm Cheryl Staurulakis. I'm the Outreach Impact Producer for the documentary Someone You Love, the HPV Epidemic. HPV is the human papillomavirus. It's probably the most prevalent virus out there today. It affects 80% of the population. It is spread by skin-to-skin contact, and there's a preventative for it, the HPV vaccine. You can get HPV through sexual contact. It doesn't necessarily have to be penetration, it's really skin-to-skin contact. You're diagnosed through HPV and screenings at your doctor's office. Men and boys cannot be diagnosed with it. Women can. A person clears the HPV virus from their system and can clear it throughout their lives. It does cause, in a percentage of individuals whose immune systems don't recognize the virus, it causes 6 cancers, one of which is cervical cancer that kills at least 270,000 women a year worldwide. It also causes anal cancer, vulvar cancer, penile cancer, oral cancer, and vaginal cancer, which all can be prevented. I had heard of HPV. I knew of cervical cancer, but I never knew anyone that had cervical cancer. And I really didn't know a whole lot about HPV. When I learned about HPV and the fact that it caused 6 cancers, it outraged me that we had 6 cancers out there and we didn't have to have them. I learned about all of this by watching what ended up being the film that I am now a producer of. And the director had the same experience. He learned about HPV through a discussion with a friend of his and thought, wow, I'm an intelligent, informed individual and I don't know anything about this, and started researching it, and that's how our film came to be. And we decided to make a difference in the world, spread awareness through film, and I, for one, have learned that there is true power in film. And our film, Someone You Love, the HPV Epidemic, is narrated by Vanessa Williams, and it follows 5 women through their battle with HPV and cervical cancer. We chose cervical cancer because out of all of the HPV cancers that the virus causes, it's the one that's probably you lose more lives from cervical cancer than you do any of the other cancers. But as studies and diagnoses are being made, that could change, and also with preventative care. But we followed these 5 women through their battle with cervical cancer. We are screening the film across the United States, Canada, some in the Caribbean, and we are now bringing it to Bermuda because Bermuda has all of the tools necessary to end a virus that is at epidemic proportions. You have the vaccine here, it's affordable, it's obtainable, people are educated here, the medical services are out there, you have all of the tools. The only thing that's really missing is the true awareness, and that's why we've decided to donate a site license to all of the schools in Bermuda in hopes that they'll use them. They could include them in their health curriculum. The PTAs can screen them at their meetings. Kids can use it as a resource materials as well as their instructors. The schools can use the film as a fundraiser, but it really gives the parent and older children the education needed to make that right decision. And we need to bring up those vaccination rates here, but of course a parent really doesn't want to have their child vaccinated unless they truly understand the impact of the disease that they're vaccinating against. And our film will give you a clear picture of that. And our goal, along with the Bermuda Cancer and Health and the Bermuda Department of Health, who I'm partnering with, we want to bring good things to Bermuda, and that's health. And health is eradicating things that hurt us. And we have 6 cancers. The second leading cancer in women in Bermuda is cervical cancer. It's third in men and women, only behind breast and prostate cancer. So I need everybody on the island will have access to the film. I want you to talk about it. It needs to be talked about, and realize that there should not be a stigma with this virus. Anyone can get it. It doesn't understand economics. It doesn't understand the color of someone's skin. It affects everyone. 80% of the population will have HPV at some point in their lives. Let's just not have it. Let's get rid of it. Men of Bermuda, HPV is very important for you to understand. HPV in men cannot be diagnosed through your normal screening procedures. HPV causes in men 3 cancers: anal, oral, and penile cancer. Oral cancer, non-smoking oral cancer that is caused by HPV, is one of the fastest growing cancers out there today. Get your youth vaccinated. That will guard them against these 3 cancers. HPV has existed for thousands and thousands of years. In the past 20 or 30 years, there's a German doctor who made the connection between HPV and cervical cancer, and that is Dr. Harold Serhausen, who is featured in our film Someone You Love. Insurance companies, sometimes they won't pay for, if you're beyond a certain age, like beyond 26, they won't pay for it. You can still get it, but they don't pay for it. But this is why the insurance companies need to see the film. Our governments need to see the film, because they all need to work together. We need to just all get together and say, what do we have to do to knock this out, and come up with a plan so that our health departments are funded, they get grants for education, proper education, and making the vaccine available for everyone. Because the people that are at risk the most are lower income people, and it's not because they have more sexual partners or anything like that. It's because they're trying to put food on the table. The last thing a mother has to do if she's got 3 or 4 kids and she's a single parent and she's working 2 jobs is to go get her pap screening. You know, she's gonna make sure her kids are fed and have a roof over their head. For more information about HPV, you can go to our website at www.hpvepidemic.com. You can purchase the film, you can rent the film, you can host a screening, you can sponsor screening, all from our website. Don't forget to go to the list of screenings at the website, and you can see where we've screened our film and the organizations that are using it, and also the testimonials. We have really impacted people, and you can read all about that on the website too under testimonials. So get your kid vaccinated, go to the doctor and get screened, and help your neighbor, because you may well save the life of someone you love. Love you, Bermuda. We're donating a DVD and a site license to all schools and Bermuda College on the island. I really want the parents and college students to encourage screenings, film screenings at the schools. PTA screenings, they can organize them. The PTAs can use them as a fundraiser. There is a screening set up at Bermuda Institute on the 11th of January and at Bermuda College on the 13th. So please look for information. We Are Bermuda will be posting updates on additional screenings, but parents, we really need you to learn about this. So please use those DVDs. Encourage the film screenings. We need to just knock this out of Bermuda, and we can. I'm a Bermuda believer. My name is Cheryl Staurulakis. I'm the outreach impact producer of the documentary Someone You Love, the HPV Epidemic. We are Bermuda.